I fell down while taking a bath. My eyes, which were blinded in a car accident, unexpectedly regained their sight. I ran to tell my husband in ecstasy, but found that my husband was kissing my nanny in the living room. I was stunned. They saw me. I hurriedly pretended that I still couldn't see. I saw the nanny raised her hand and pointed at her eyes, and said with her mouth, "Why are you panicking? She is blind." But then, I, a blind man, saw an absurd thing that completely shattered my worldview. That day was my birthday. In order to help me get out of the haze as soon as possible, my husband Lin Cheng specially prepared a special concert for me on my 30th birthday with his friends in the band. My husband was the lead singer, and he sang the songs we loved to listen to when we were in love. He didn't sing well, but the deep affection in his voice moved me more than any beautiful song. I was very moved and drank a little too much amid everyone's cheering. I can't remember how I got home. I just remember that I fell while taking a bath. The fall was not serious. The back of my head hit the edge of the bathtub and a big bump appeared, but my eyes could see unexpectedly. The moment I saw the bathroom furnishings clearly, I sobered up, and my first reaction was to tell Lin Cheng the good news. But before I could get up, I heard a faint voice coming from outside the bathroom. It was the nanny Chen Fang. Brother Cheng, tell me honestly, do you still have feelings for that blind man? It was agreed that today's concert was just a formality. Why did you sing so deeply? And what's wrong with your friends? Calling me sister-in-law all the time. Do they? The feeling of being struck by lightning in the brain is nothing more than this. I stood there stiffly, and for a long time I couldn't understand and digest the amount of information in these two sentences. It was not until the sound of their conversation became increasingly distant and could no longer be heard that I suddenly figured out a message. I was cheated on by Lin Cheng. The mistress was Chen Fang, the nanny who had been living at home to take care of me since I was discharged from the hospital. I have never been so sad as I am now. Even if I had a car accident and the doctor announced that I would most likely be blind for the rest of my life, I would not have been so sad. I replayed the scenes of Lin Cheng's kindness to me over the years, and his unswerving proposal to me in the ward after my accident. I squatted in the bathroom, crying silently and heartbreakingly. I kept feeling a sense of disbelief in my heart. I adjusted my mood, kept a glimmer of hope, pretended to be drunk, and stumbled out. When I saw Lin Cheng hugging a woman and kissing her in the master bedroom, my face turned pale. Two, under the bright light, they kissed wildly, as if I, the mistress, was dead. When I confirmed the face again at a close distance, my heart, which was in great pain, suddenly sank to the bottom of the valley. Nanny Chen Fang turned out to be Lin Cheng's cousin. They were related by blood, and they actually did such a thing. I couldn't help but feel nauseous. I covered my mouth and made a vomiting sound. It was very low, but it was enough to alarm the two people in the room. All the movements stopped immediately. They looked over here in response, and when they saw it was me, Lin Cheng subconsciously pushed Chen Fang away. Yi Lin Cheng called me and walked towards me. But when she passed by Chen Fang, she hugged his arm. She raised her hand and pointed at her eyes and mouthed, "Why are you panicking? She's blind." After saying that, she seemed to be angry at Lin Cheng for pushing her away. In front of me, she deliberately grabbed Lin Cheng's face and kissed him several times on the lips. She jumped on him like an octopus, motioning him to hold her and walk towards me. Her nails scratched the door frame fiercely. I bent over and watched this scene. I really wanted to rush up and tear the couple apart immediately. But I held back, especially when I saw that the wedding photo of Lin Cheng and Chen Fang was hung on the wall at the head of my bed. The calmness that I had cultivated in the workplace for many years strangled all my impulses like an iron hand. I couldn't let them know that I had regained my sight. In this year, who knows how many disgusting things they did while I couldn't see. I want to find out what happened. I want to make this couple pay the price. Across the street, Lin Cheng finally gave in to Chen Fang. Seeing him holding her upright and walking towards me, I lowered my eyes and stood still. I just responded softly, holding back the urge to vomit. I waited until Lin Cheng was 2 steps away from me. Then I stumbled and fell towards him. I fell very suddenly. Following the direction of the footsteps, I fell towards the two of them. Lin Cheng's face changed, and the moment he reacted, he had no time and space to put Chen Fang down. At the critical moment, he was worried about being caught by me, so he threw Chen Fang out without thinking. With a loud bang, Chen Fang hit the wall directly, sliding along the wall to the ground. I sneered in my heart and threw myself steadily into Lin Cheng's arms. I clenched his arm in fear and asked him in shock, "What's that sound?" Chen Fang's face turned green. She got up from the ground and glared at Lin Cheng angrily. But seeing his embarrassment, she reluctantly said, "Sister Yi, it's me, Xiaofeng. I just passed by the bathroom and saw that you were gone. I was worried about you, so I ran in a hurry and accidentally fell down. This Chen Fang's brain is very fast. She is an opponent that cannot be underestimated." I thought to myself. I responded to her a few times with a drunken mouth, and Lin Cheng helped me to the bed. I thought that my behavior of almost catching them would make them restrain themselves a little. At least, there would be no more actions today. But I never expected that Lin Cheng had only been with me for half an hour, and Chen Fang, who was standing by to serve me drinking water and taking medicine, could not hold back. She did something absurd that completely shattered my worldview. 3. Chen Fang teased Lin Cheng. In front of me, she held a water cup in one hand and kept lighting him with the other. Her movements were very gentle and did not make any sound. But her face was full of the joy of revenge on me and the madness of pursuing excitement. In the end, she even unbuttoned her clothes. I lay on the bed, watching this scene, and I almost couldn't control my facial expression, revealing clues. I squeezed my hands tightly under the quilt, forced myself to calm down, and glanced at Lin Cheng with the corner of my eyes. At this glance, I saw the disgusting look of him who couldn't stand the temptation and reacted. He quickly stuffed a few pills into my mouth and held down Chen Fang's foot that was leaning towards his leg and said in an unstable tone, "Yay, you've drunk too much. Take the medicine and go to bed early. I still have some things to deal with at work, so I have to work overtime." After saying that, he got up impatiently without waiting for my response and dragged Chen Fang out. As he walked, he pretended to say, "Xiaofang, you should also go back to your room to rest early. I think your knee seems to be broken. Come here, I'll get you some medicine." Chen Fang responded, put down the water cup, and walked out. As she seemed to think of something, she suddenly stopped. Turning her head, she looked at me badly. She took out her mobile phone, typed a line of words quickly, and held it in front of Lin Cheng in a scrolling manner. Don't you think it's more exciting to do that kind of thing with me in front of her? After Lin Cheng finished reading, she typed another line. It just so happens that she is drunk today and she is blind. Such a good opportunity. Are you sure you don't want to try it? The huge font was clearly displayed on the mobile phone screen. I saw it clearly, watching her throw the phone into Lin Cheng's arms and walk to the desk not far from the bed. She opened the laptop on the table, pulled out the chair, and hooked her hand at him, motioning him to sit down. The next scene was something I could never have imagined. Before I figured out what they were going to do, saw that Lin Cheng couldn't stand her temptation after all, and walked towards her anxiously and nervously. He had just sat down, and Chen Fang sat on his legs with her back to him. The computer screen just lit up at this moment, facing the direction of the bed. I lay on the bed, and while they were all facing away from me, I watched Chen Fang open the document. Then, while they were doing that dirty thing, she was typing away on the keyboard, turning all the words she should have said into words and writing them down in the document. What a handling work, and what a working overtime. If I hadn't suddenly regained my sight, I wouldn't have known that Lin Cheng, who always considered himself honest, was so good at playing. In a flash, I recalled the countless times he told me that he was working overtime in the less than a year since we got married. I remembered that I felt very guilty at the time and thought that he worked very hard to support a useless person like me, and that I was dragging him down. The nausea that I had suppressed with great difficulty suddenly surged up again. My nails pinched my palms desperately. I lay on the bed, watching them sitting on that chair and having sex expressionlessly until it was over.